See Sam Howell. He was a tour de force a week ago. 6 passing touchdowns.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. And the Giants ready to go now on offense. And under center is the man in possession of a new contract for 2023 and beyond. In his 5th season now, Daniel Jones.
Playing for his Giants career, Jones' best season as a starter didn't come with huge numbers as a passer. He was just the guy his team needed him to be, someone who could threaten the defense throwing it, and especially as a runner.
Just like that, it's a gain of 12 and a first down on their first play. On the option right, it's Jones. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he's stopped in the backfield. He'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Now Jones. In trouble, and he's taken down. Jonathan Allen make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. A week ago, they dominated in the trenches. They got in the backfield for 5 sacks, setting the tone there, one on the opening drive.
And it sets the tone for the opposing team, doesn't it? Remember when you were a kid and you went to the theater and saw that horror movie and it stuck with you for a while and you were a little bit jumpy? Well, if you saw 5 sacks the previous week and you're the quarterback, it might be a little jumpy as well. Might throw off his timing.
Yeah, it'd be jumpy, but sorry, Bob and Linda wouldn't let me see a PG movie until I was 17.
Well, that's just good parenting.
On 4th down, Jamie Gillen on to punt for the Giants. Yeah, last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. Pulled in at the 24. A nice run back there off the good punt. It's a 16-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their 2nd-year quarterback.
I know teams always talk about having a 24-hour rule after a game, and eventually we end up rolling our eyes. But it works both ways, right? 24 hours if you win, 24 if you lose. But, boy, it's a fun 24 when you win the game. And you win NFC Offensive Player of the Week, isn't it?
Absolutely. They'll go play action. Howell sliding out of the pocket. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And it's caught. Touchdown. Terry McLaurin with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Dragons will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. They'll let Robinson try and run. And he is not going to make it. They stop him up short, and this will remain a 6-0 ball game.
You know, sometimes the guy on the defensive side of the ball, he just has a good feeling or a good read, and he unleashed his defense on that one. Boy, they stopped him in a big way.
Yeah, I hate to be cliche, but sometimes we overanalyze. They just have more want. Looked like they had more want right there.
More want and more people to the ball.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Throwing, Jones. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Jones got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up
Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard, and it's 3rd down. When you look at this defense, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now do you just max protect on offense, keep everyone in, and run, 1 or 2 receiver routes to make sure your quarterback stays up? We'll soon find out.
They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. On is Jamie Gillen to punt this one away. This is taken at the 23. Touchdown! A 77-yard punt return. And the Dragons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
When you've got a guy that fast back there to receive punts, that's a nightmare for the guy game planning, the special teams coach, but it's also a nightmare for the punter. Sometimes they get so nervous that they mishit the ball and kick it right to him.
Flushed out right. That is caught. He's got it. And the lead will move to 14-0. So their second touchdown of this first half, they went for 2 after score number 1. Didn't get it. Now they get the equalizer, so to speak.
So to speak, and you can understand the thinking. Because they didn't get it after the first score, they wanted to get back to a normal points pattern, get up to 14. But just think, if they missed it here, they're only up 12-0. 1 extra point on the other side can ultimately beat you if they score twice.
Now out come the Giants. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Jones. His throw incomplete.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. Under pressure, and down he goes. Jonathan Allen, now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. Looking to throw. Jones to Barkley on the check down. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Benjamin St-Juste. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
Boy, Brandon, that's what I'd call an ill-advised pass right there on 3rd down. I mean, you just need a yard or 2 to keep the drive going. Instead, he's trying to hit a home run. You've got to really like your chances if you're going to take a shot like that.
A quick throw out to Hardman on the perimeter. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. Locates Hardman for another catch. Touchdown! Mecole Hardman, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Dragons take a 3-touchdown lead. Now the offense will stay out there. They're going to line up and try for 2. Howell throwing for it. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. So the 2-point conversion trend continues, at least as far as trying those goes. They've attempted them after all 3 touchdowns, CD, and converted now 2 of them.
They're not just dipping their toe in the water, are they? I mean, they're committed to going for 2 points. And 2 out of 3, now with a 22-0 lead. In a sense, they're a little bit ahead of the curve because normally it would be 21, wouldn't it?
And with the way their defense is playing, I don't know if it matters if they do convert any of these. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. He'll drop it off with Saquon Barkley. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9. At the 19-yard line.
Back to throw. Jones finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And this is incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And he'll get about 2 there to the 36.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Here's Jones on 3rd down. A short one here, secured by the tight end Waller. And he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
Right back to him for 10 more and a first. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. But not many guys who can blow up plays like Chase Young. He did it again there. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. Deron Payne coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9. After that sack, 3rd and long. Tough spot for Jones and the Giants. Now Jones throwing on 3rd and long. And that one too wide and incomplete.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have been red hot, sometimes white hot here in this first half. They're just looking to add to that total right now. Fighting through, and he's got space. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
And a real 1st down.
Back to throw. Howell. Completes it to Hardman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
14. First down, Dragons.
Howell throwing on first down here. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
So this game, Charles, you know, we talk about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that, and by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half. Backups get to play in the second. But you and I both know that funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it work for this team.
Howell to the air on 1st and 10. Catch is made by Hardman. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Here's Howell. Flush to his right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
No surprise there. He was looking for one of his favorite targets again as soon as he left the pocket. But the coverage was good downfield. They got right to the receiver and helped prevent that completion.
And it's caught. Touchdown. Mecole Hardman as time expires in the first half. And the Dragons are able to add on to their first half lead. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
So we've come to half. Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Now a hit and a loose football.
Recovered by the receiving team.
So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
This is 2nd and 8. Here's Howell to throw on 2nd down. Finding Hardman here over the middle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. No question that they're going to continue to look his way. 6 catches in the first half and now 7 on the game. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's a quick throw out wide. It's McLaurin. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Number 17, Terry McLaurin.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6 at the 41-yard line.
2nd down, Howell back to pass. Eluding the pressure right. Howell sliding down, and he picks up the first on that play. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first.
He's been patient this entire game, waiting for the perfect moment to surprise him with a quarterback keeper. There he catches him off guard and converts his first rush of the game into a first down. Gotta love that efficiency.
He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. Touchdown! Terry McLaurin with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Dragons just continue to roll.
Well, partner, he has carried them in this ball game throwing the football. All 4 touchdowns through the air, and that's really helped them get this nice lead.
And I know it's a team game, but right now he is truly the focal point. Every touchdown his team has so far has been the result of his arm. How about him throwing it downfield, creating big plays? I don't know how you slow him down unless you can make him uncomfortable in the pocket.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Jones now on 1st and 10. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
2nd and 10. And that one complete to Hodgins. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. This will wind up a loss on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Fielded just inside the 30. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Now the Rio offense set to take over. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A quick throw, but incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Now Howell. Escaping the pressure right. And it's caught. Touchdown. Mecole Hardman, 33 yards. And the Dragons have got it on cruise control. Well, on the other sideline right now, it's just absolute dejection. But, Charles, let's focus on the positive. With the lead that they built here, they've done pretty much everything to perfection in this ball game.
They certainly have. Makes me think that their week of preparation was excellent. And they flowed into this game, and it carried over. And right now, I don't expect them to back off at all. They're playing so well, they just want to keep it going.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Another drive coming up for New York's offense. But the disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook, but bottom line is don't quit competing.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jones. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Hold on a second. Was that the fullback? That was the fullback. Who says it to slot receivers? But the only guys who can catch the football and get big yardage after the catch. Really nice job there, showing good hands and an ability to get upfield.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
On second down, here's Barkley. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Give them the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Hodgins in motion.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 31-yard line.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Montez Sweat in there to bury him for a loss of 11. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd. Back now here at MetLife Stadium.
After that sack, 3rd and long. Tough spot for Jones and the Giants.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Jones under pressure again, and down he goes again. Montez Sweat, 2 plays in a row now that he has gotten in there for the sack, and it brings up 4th down. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on for the 5th time here today. He'll return it from the 6. That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Now the Rio offense set to take over. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Option play. Here's Robinson.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 30-yard line.
2nd down. Howell now.
Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. He was over 100 receiving last week. He's over 100 now this week, as he's got a 1st down as well.
And Howell will throw it.
This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And this is caught. And all the way in for the touchdown. Mecole Hardman, 49 yards.
And the Dragons add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
The offense going to stay on the field as they will line up and go for 2. They'll let Robinson try and run. And boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
And New York set to take the field.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
And he's going to be brought down right there after the catch at the 34. Now Jones. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, They were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Throwing Jones. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Okay, this isn't one where you want to take the game tape and hold it up as an example, do you? I mean, you talk about frustrating all the way through. And that last error, I think that crystallizes it, doesn't it?
Absolutely. That's been representative of their entire game still being shut out. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
They'll try and throw for it. Flushed out right. And unable to connect. They don't get the two-point conversion here.
I know we can sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for two in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, I mean, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Jones.
A short throw pulled in by Bellinger. And he'll take this forward for about 5 as we have come upon the 2-minute warning.
Jones from the gun on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete. This one winding toward a conclusion. And how would you assess how the secondary is playing?
Well, we just saw them take another shot downfield that was incomplete, correct?
Correct.
So my assessment is that if anyone's played really well in this game, it's been the secondary. That was the latest example.
Yeah, they've been solid. Really, the whole defense has been solid. Still pitching a shutout. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
At the 42-yard line.
Complete out to Samuel on the quick throw. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Curtis Samuel. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 36-yard line.
Out of the gun, they give to Robinson.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Now they go play action with Howell.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Another touchdown here in the fourth quarter. And, Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official.
The previous play is under review.
They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
After review of the play, ruling on the field stands.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
They'll look to throw. taken down. It's a sack, and they fail on the try for 2.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones.
Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
A lot of incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. It certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing to the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away.
Taken from just outside the 30.
For the winning team here, Charles, that's about as big and clean of a win as you could hope for.